My grandmother lied about my mom's death for 15 years to keep me from finding out she was still alive. I was 8 when Dad sat me down and explained that Mom had died in a car accident. He showed me the newspaper clipping, the funeral program, even took me to visit her grave every Mother's Day. Grandmother would hold my hand at the cemetery, tears streaming down her face as she placed flowers on the headstone. "She loved you more than anything," Grandmother would whisper. "She'd want you to be strong." For 15 years, I believed it. I grieved her. I talked to her picture every night. I inherited her jewelry when I turned 18, a box of treasures Grandmother had saved for me. The lie unraveled completely by accident. Last month, I was cleaning out Grandmother's attic after she moved to assisted living. Buried behind Christmas decorations, I found a shoebox full of letters. The return address made my hands shake. Mom's full name and an address in Oregon. The postmark was from 3 weeks ago. My dead mother had been writing letters. With trembling fingers, I opened the most recent one. "Dear Mom, I know you'll never respond, but I have to keep trying. Violet turns 23 next month. Does she still love art? Does she remember the stories I used to tell her? I've written her so many letters over the years, but you return them all unopened. Please just tell me she's okay. Tell me she's happy. I think about her every single day." I sat there on the dusty attic floor, reading 15 years of unopened letters. Birthday cards, Christmas presents, school photos she'd somehow obtained, a wedding invitation to a ceremony that never happened because she thought I hated her. Each letter begged Grandmother to let her see me. Each one was more desperate than the last. The final letter was the worst. "I'm getting married next month to a wonderful man who understands my past. We want children, but I can't move forward without knowing if Violet is alive and well. This is my last letter. If you don't respond, I'll assume she wants nothing to do with me and I'll stop trying." That's when I found the thick manila envelope hidden at the bottom. Inside were copies of every letter I'd never received. Birthday cards, graduation congratulations, care packages for college, all returned to sender by Grandmother. I drove straight to the assisted living facility. Grandmother was in her garden, tending roses like she hadn't destroyed my entire life. "Why?" I asked, dropping the shoebox at her feet. Her face went white. For a moment, she looked exactly like the frail old woman she was, not the manipulator I'd just discovered. "She left you," Grandmother said finally. "She chose drugs over her own daughter." These letters don't sound like someone who chose drugs. Grandmother's eyes hardened. "You don't understand what she put this family through." "Then explain it." She was quiet for so long I thought she wouldn't answer. Finally, she spoke, her voice barely a whisper. "Your father was cheating. Your mother found out and threatened to take you away from us. We couldn't let that happen." The words hit me like a physical blow. "So you convinced me she was dead? We convinced her you were better off without her." I stared at this woman who'd raised me, who'd comforted me through nightmares about losing my mother, who'd helped me place flowers on a fake grave for 15 years. "Where is she?" Grandmother looked up with eyes full of regret. "Portland." "But Violet, you have to understand." I was already walking away. That night, I booked a flight to Oregon. I found her address through the letters. For the first time in 15 years, I was going to see my mother. But what I discovered when I got there changed everything I thought I knew about my family. The address led me to a modest blue house in a quiet neighborhood. Children's toys scattered the front yard. Wind chimes hung from the porch, playing the same melody Mom used to hum when she tucked me in. I sat in my rental car for 20 minutes, working up the courage to knock. Through the front window, I could see her. She was old.